Welcome to the show. My guest is Sandra. Sandra, why are you here?
I'm here for my year-old daughter. When she was 7, there was allegations that her father molested her.
And what happened with those allegations?
We filed a police report, and CPS was called, and they went down and made a video. And once we sent it to the state he lived in, they said there wasn't enough evidence to prosecute him.
And you were living with this guy?
In 1992, I was 19 and I met him. I got pregnant right away. We just lived together maybe 3 months. When I was at work one day, he actually moved in. I didn't say he could move in. And he was very abusive to me. We were only together maybe 3 months. And then I went into my living room and he was sleeping in my living room with another woman. Next day I packed my stuff and I left my own apartment. And then 3 months later he left. He left the state. And then
So
I
had your baby?
Yeah, I had. And then, sorry. And then a few years went by, he never saw her. She was maybe a year the last time he saw her. And then, so it was 6, 7 years went by, 6 years actually. And then I don't remember exactly how we got in contact again. But I grew up, I figured he would, and I talked to him a few months before letting her fly out to visit him, because I live on the West Coast, he lives on the East Coast. You know, his family members talked to me, everything seemed to be well, and so she flew out to visit her dad, because I think it's very important you have a relationship with your dad. And like I said, I think we grow up, so I was hoping that happened as well. And then everything was fine. She only went for two weeks the first time.
And how old is she?
She was 6.
She was 6.
The next summer comes around and we talk. So it's a year later in 2000. And then he says, can she stay longer? And like I said, I think it's very important a child has a relationship with the absent father. And I was like, okay, so 2 months. Because 2 months is better, and then we'll work up to Christmas and more time. And I talked to her a few times while she was there, and she cried, and I would tell her what's wrong. I thought she was homesick. I didn't think nothing of it. And then she'd say, like, you know, the neighbor kids are mean to her, which it happens. Kids are mean to each other, and kids do get homesick. And then as soon as she came back, you could tell something was different. Her biological father was kind of, you know, he said one weird thing to me, like he saw your daughter looks like you naked, just weird. And I thought that was kind of weird, but I thought it was weird towards me, not towards my child, that he was kind of being perverted. I felt like I sent a happy, vibrant child and got back kind of a depressed, withdrawn child. I just sat her down on the bed and I said, what's wrong? Something's wrong. I know something's wrong. You need to tell me something's wrong with you. What happened? You know, let me know. And she's only 7, right? And I mean, in the exact same, she just broke down and cried. And she said very clearly, in the strongest words that a young girl could say, he molested me straight out like that.
Weren't you a little concerned, like, I'm sending my daughter to this guy that was abusive to me alone?
You know, I agree with that, but you don't think the worst.
Was he sexually abusive to you?
Yes, he was. The second time he came back, I remember one incident where he's put a knife to my throat. And he said, you know, he always wanted to rape a woman. He was so abusive. And that's kind of, I do feel a lot of guilt for sending her.
So he put a knife to your throat?
Yes, and said he always wanted to rape a woman.
Let's bring out Marlo.
Man, hey, are you crazy? Right now, I'm so angry at you. You don't know what I could do to you right now. You really don't know what I can do to you right now. I'm knocked out, man.
I'm going to give you every chance to tell your side of the story, and we're going to get your test. But you can't come out here and say you're going to hurt her or threaten her. You're not going to do it. And if you do it again, the show's over, and I'm going to have you arrested. He denies, you know, that he ever molested his daughter. He denies ever saying that he wanted to rape you, that put a knife to your throat, that he ever molested his daughter, that he ever made a comment about she looks like you naked when she was 6 years old. He's saying, hey, he wanted to be part of his daughter's life, provided for her, didn't get to spend enough time. He says he's been depressed for 9 years, and that basically you're doing all this because you're hurt, you're scorned, and that you're still in love with him. Now you tell me, is he lying? Is this an act?
He's definitely lying. I mean, look at the way he acted on stage. He proved himself. I don't even have to
myself. Anybody gonna have anger? Come on, look at me, Sandra. Look at me in my face. All that stuff is gone, look at me. Tell me what you're saying. No,
If
you know, you
love
believe
your
in your
daughter,
heart.
you would
Look,
respect
Sandra,
her mother, for first of
you
all.
respect my mother. What you talking about?
Second of all,
Oh,
if my
look.
daughter did tell me that, and I did what I needed to do to protect my daughter.
Now, who is that?
No, that's it.
Are
This
you
is called-
serious?
Sandra,
Have you
don't
lost your freaking mind?
She's not coming
Have
any
you
closer.
lost your mind? I'm gonna come out here
Come on,
and
come on,
have
sit down.
him stand up here. I spoke to you on the phone.
You
Okay.
didn't even know
I
her.
spoke
Stay
to
over
you
there.
on the
Both
phone.
of
You didn't even know
I
her.
had
You
to
bad.
call
You
this
take her,
show
you
so he
take
could
her.
see his daughter.
Tell
Are
him
you
what the
serious?
conversation y'all had.
What's your problem?
When you first called her.
Okay, so Sandra, when we spoke on the phone, Sandra, what did you say to me?
The truth.
I know there's a lot of hate, but in
Steve,
the
it's
interest of daughter, I just would
It's
maybe.
because, you know, if you listen to her story, there's little things in there that don't sound too right, okay?
Inconsistent all
Mind
day.
you, I'm gonna put my bit, I was molested when I was 5 years old till I was 9. I remember every little bit of it. You're gonna sit here and tell me that a 7-year-old?
Well, here's the deal, though. No matter what happens today, she's still going to be the mother to that girl.
Exactly, and as a mother,
We ain't trying to stop that.
and as a
Hold
mother,
on. What? And if he fails the lie detector test?
He will never see her.
and I agree with that.
We're going to read Sandra's. Sandra, you were asked, did your daughter tell you he molested me? You answered yes. Did your daughter tell you that her father, Marlo, watched her take showers? You answered yes. Did Marlo tell you that his daughter looked like you naked? You answered yes. Did your daughter tell you that her father, Marlo, touched her chest and butt in a sexual manner and said, that's what daddies do? You answered yes. Did you fabricate the story that her father, Marlo, molested your daughter? You answered no. Did you coach your daughter to say that her father, Marlo, touched her in a sexual manner? You answered no. Did you fabricate the story about Marlo sexually touching your daughter because your relationship with him didn't work? And you answered no. And the results for Sandra's lie detector test is that she told the truth.
Okay, that's fine.
So you both owe me an apology.
No.
Because my daughter
Hold
told
on
me
a second.
something, and
Hold
I
on a
protected
second.
my
Hold on.
daughter. I
You know what?
protected
You
my
know what?
daughter.
Marlo, you were asked, have you ever touched your daughter in a sexual manner? You answered no. Did you watch your daughter take showers for sexual gratification? You answered no. Did you touch your daughter's chest and butt in a sexual manner? And you answered no. And the results for your husband's lie detector test is that he did not tell the truth.
I don't believe that. Come on, man.
Thank
Come
you.
on. Babe, I don't. Hey, I didn't touch it, man. Now I know I didn't touch
Now,
it.
woman to woman, you still owe me an
Come on.
apology.
But at the same time, I still
raped me
want. I still
and
want.
molested
I
my
still
daughter.
can have. I still can have a relationship with my daughter because I don't even believe it, Steve. I don't believe that.
You failed it.
Right.
You failed about molesting your own daughter.
Right.
You didn't pass. Get off my stage. You did the right thing. You protected your daughter. You took all the necessary steps. And I commend you for it because we get so many people that don't protect their children.
Exactly.
You did it. Go be with your daughter. Congratulations. I hope this helps you. All right?
And I cannot be with a child molester. I cannot have my children with a child molester.
Well, if there's anything that we can do for you, help you through this, but I think I'm glad that you have your eyes open and you now have to protect your own children.
Yeah.
Okay?